Welcome to the CascadiaSports.net Seahawks Training Camp Report. It is day 14. That is day 14 of the Seahawks Training Camp, and it is done. And today you could have really queued up the song Return of the Mac as the theme, because it really was about the return of players, notably the return of Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams. I mean, it's the return to him practicing. He's been here, but he now participated in practice. Why? Because he signed a 4-year, $70 million contract extension. And here is what Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll had to say about the statement the organization made in re-signing Jamal Adams.
I think this is really significant in that the statement that we made a long time ago when John sought out making contact and going after him was a big commitment then. We did a big commitment in picks and all of that. But the thing I really like about this now that it comes through and we get to this point is this was the plan the whole time, was to go after a great football player, get him in the program, pay what you got to pay to get it done in terms of draft picks, and then knowing that we were going to redo a contract. It took a while to get it done, but it's over now. So the fact that we're here and everything's moving forward, and we've had really. Let me say this: Jamal was great throughout the whole process. He communicated well with us. He was very good with everybody in the building. He was here and attentive in meetings and all that stuff, and it just made it. Respected our program as we went through the process, as we respected his representation and all. So I think it means a ton. He's a great football player. He's a young man that's just getting started. He loves being here. He's a big factor on your team, play-wise, but also spirit-wise, and the leadership that he brings and the toughness that he brings, and the juice that he brings is unique. And now, for our fans to get the chance to be in the same stadium with him and see him and see how he plays and how he carries himself, I really look forward to that, because he's a great competitor and we love that about him. I also want to say that I think this is a statement of the support and the relationship that we have with Jody Allen, and how she has been there for us on a number of deals as we've made this team come together. And this one in particular, John and Matt Thomas and Jody, they had a lot of communications to make sure that we can make this come to life, and her support's incredibly consistent and clear, and we couldn't ask for more. And so it's just, and it's not just this deal. We've done some other ones too, all the way along the line. Tyler, and going back, some wonderful efforts that we made. She was right there for us and in support with us the whole time. So we got a good, tight unit.
That was Pete Carroll talking about what it meant for the Seahawks to sign Jamal Adams to a long-term contract. Also, the breaking news story is up on CascadiaSports.net if you want to read that up. But Jamal Adams wasn't the only person that returned to practice today. Rookie Dwayne Estridge also returned. Rashard Penny was back practicing today. Jamarco Jones, left tackle, returned to practice as well, and so did defensive tackle Robert Nkemdiche. And all those players really kind of needed to return, given there's just 2 more practice preseason games left. And as you saw last week, the Seahawks played their first one, and they lost that to the Raiders, and especially left tackle. You want to watch that. And so that also good news in the Colby Parkinson front. Pete revealed to us after the practice. He said that Colby Parkinson, the tight end, does not need surgery, which means, does not mean surgery. He's not going to be out as long as they had thought, because there was some whispers of he's out for the season, but that now does not seem to be the case. If you don't need surgery, it is good news. And Carroll was quoted as saying it could be weeks. They're going to try some different procedures, and it was not on the same leg that he injured last year. So good news on that. Now, in terms of who did not participate in practice, I got another list. So, Penny Hart did not, Demarius Randall, John Ratlinger, linebacker, Cedric Abue did not practice, neither did Dwayne Brown. Of course, he is doing a sit-in, and he's not expected, he's not practicing. He's not expected to participate all training camp. They look for him to be ready for the opening game of the season. But Dwayne Brown is on record as saying that he would like to get a contract extension. So, we'll just have to see. Ethan Posick did not practice. Tommy Champion, tackle, did not practice, and neither did Tyler Marbury. So, now the list goes, it's almost kind of a transactional list, right? So players are coming off the injuries. Some players not necessarily going back, but everybody's trying to get back with preseason game number 2 coming up on Saturday. So, it's getting close, right? You want to play. You want to show the coaches that you can play. You can't do it on the sidelines. And as for the practice itself, the big news, I would say, for everybody was Jason Myers made all 5 of his field goals. Now, remember, he missed a field goal in preseason, the last preseason game at Vegas. And before that, he was 26 for 26. So, I think it just shows the attention to detail and the coaching to make sure, let's give him 5 opportunities, and he made all of them. So there is nothing wrong with Jason Myers, and he looks like all is well in terms of his kicking ability and whatnot. It's preseason. But and as far as the practice itself, other than that, it was more business-like. Everybody went about their business, and as I said, Jamal Adams was back. And I would say Ken Norton Jr., the defensive coordinator, he had a little pep to his step, and he was more vocal than I've heard him. So why wouldn't you? You got your all-press safety back. So the defense had a little bit of a pep to their step today. And why wouldn't you? So they were aggressive, and it was business-like. Offense did their thing. Chris Carson also looked well and refreshed. He hasn't played, and that's fine. And Russell Wilson is still on target. And, we had another DK Metcalf, Wilson to Metcalf. Not a big, long, usual 65-yard reception, but there were a couple that just, again, had you go, there he is. So that's it for day 14 of the CascadiaSports.net Seahawks Training Camp Report. I'm Vida Mara Ere.